was asked a question about what somebody who's coming on the course wants to go and live in Thailand, but their clients are basically in the UK and mainly in London. So what you do is this. You set up a virtual office address in London. Mine is in, and I've had it for years, City Road in London. I'll put a link below. I've got a London address. Don't go there. I never have anything in the post. I can't remember the last physical letter for anything that I've ever had. It's way over a decade and probably closer to 15 years since I've had anything that I've actually had to open, like old school. So you set up a virtual office address and then you set up a virtual office number. But I've got a central telephone number. If you call me now on my central telephone number, then I will answer it from wherever in the world I am. So think about that, right? So when you're pitching for clients, when you're out there doing what you do, if they check out your website, it doesn't say, Jamie Sylvian in some address in Thailand, Koh Samui or Chiang Mai. It says London. And then they call me on a London number. And I might be sitting on beach in Koh Samui, but it's a London number. What you may find when you're doing contracts with companies is that they do want you to have for example, a UK company, a US company, and so on. I never have that problem. And I actually never had that problem with my comms business. But you can do things like set up, say, for example, you set up a UK company and that does all of your UK business, your consulting business. It's very easy to set up. It's so cheap to set up in the UK. It's like £20, something, $30. You set that up and you put your UK business through it. So you get a UK client. That's who they work through. So let's say you're in Malta and you have a Maltese company. The Maltese company can then charge your UK company and pull money out of it, so you get paid into your Maltese company. So there's ways around all of that, and we can have conversations about that in the community if you join Executive Nomad. But the credibility, and it's important. You can do all this, and you get a New York address and a New York number. Get a Maltese address and a Maltese number. There's a few that for the VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol phone numbers. And you need 5G to have a proper conversation. But even now, but a few years ago, they were bloody awful. But now you just have a normal conversation, as long as you're not stuck up a mountain or whatever. VoIP number, just check it out. So if you're in London, just Google VoIP London number or check the link below. For virtual office address, again, in your town, your city. If you're in a small town, you may not have one, but you also may not want one. It's still better to be in London, to be in Manchester, to be in New York, to be in Washington. It's still better to have those addresses in the big cities just because of the optics of your business. So that's how you set up the optics of your business.